So today I'm in the Shimakaze in ranked on the map Mountain Range, and the game mode is Domination. I've got Stalingrad and a Kunming I need to worry about, and a Vampire. That's quite a strong team. I say that because they've got a couple of radars and they've got a destroyer that can smoke hydro in creeping smoke, so you can sail along obscured whilst hydroing us. And the Vampire is actually quite a scary ship. It's one I would like to have, but you have to grind quite a few research points to get her, and I just never got around to it, I guess. Right, I'm heading for B. I'm assuming our Yamagiri will go and get C, but he's AFK at the moment. Oh no. Great. And I've got a Z-42 with me, which is a German smoking hydro destroyer, which is more about the torpedoes than the guns, but she's not a bad boat. She's a hybrid, I'd say. A good all-rounder. We've got the Stalingrad with us, and the Schlieffen. And the Yamagiri is still AFK. Okay. Okay, that's B secured, and the countdown is starting. If you look at the top of my screen, you'll see we win in 17 minutes and 21 seconds. They've now capped, but they capped slower than we did, so they're a few seconds behind us on the countdown clock. That clock gets adjusted according to how many ships we sink and how many caps we hold. And in rank, the caps are very important indeed. I'm just saying this for the viewers that are watching. They haven't a clue what I'm doing right now because they don't play World of Warships. Because yes, it's come to my attention that some of my subscribers don't play WoW, but they do like my voice, and they do like to listen to the soft, soothing commentary that I put down. Ow. Well, in case you're wondering what happened there, I laid a smoke to cover the Stalingrad and the Z-42. That was the idea anyway. And I got radared for my trouble by the Kunming, who's got a 7.5 kilometer radar. So I then got shot at by their fleet at A, and was quite fortunate enough to only lose, let me see, couple of thousand, 2,500 hit points. I was quite lucky only to lose that many. Okay. He's used his radar. The Stalingrad also has a 12 kilometer radar, but he's at 14.2 at the moment, so I'm going to move in. I'm running the 8 kilometer super fast torpedoes, the F3s, so it's not like I can stand off at 12 kilometers and use the 12 kilometer torpedoes. I'm going to have to get a little close to my prey. Hello, Ohio. Hello, how you doing, mate? 7 seconds. 6, 3, 2, 1. Right, okay, we're loaded. He's within 8 kilometers. He's pushing into the range of my torps, which is great. You want this. This is ideal F3 country. I'm just going to send a spread, and that's full spread now. Torpedo wall, if you like. And then I'm going to move away just to stay undetected. Their Stalingrad is still at 13.8 kilometers from my position, so I'm not going to get radared by him. And a Kunming's radar is on cooldown. I'm a little concerned, though. He could turn round. Those look great, don't they? Those look gorgeous. They're all doing 84 knots each. Dodge that. Kabooey! So there's a correct deployment of F3 torpedoes, people. Now you'll notice they've got 2 caps. That's a bit of a worry, actually. Them having 2 caps is a bit of a worry. If you look at the clocks at the top of my screen, you'll see they win in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. We win in 13. Now, because our Kunming was late, or for one reason or another, we weren't able to contest C, so we really need to steal their base cap, or their A cap, away from them. Stalingrad has me on radar. He's just moved into the cap. But he's the wrong side of that huge island, so it's not like he can do anything about it. I'm changing course, however, because I am very much aware that everyone now knows where I am on the minimap. And we've got the Kunming in the area, who's also radared. There he is. So they've just used 2 radars. In my opinion, they've just wasted 2 radars, which is great. It's good. I can see the destroyers are heading down towards B, and I'm hoping the Schlieffen and the Petro can hold them off, but I'm going to head that way anyway. A lone torpedo. That's part of a spread. Okay, I'm going to pop some torps there just to deny the corners. And then I'm going to move back around into cap and see if we can do something about this Stalingrad. I've got one set of F3s left. And I think I'm going to save those, unless this Kunming does something stupid. No, he hasn't, has he? Okay, alright. I'm going to use these on the Stalingrad then. Yodo and Vampire 2 over at C. Yeah. Okay, we're ahead on points by a tiny fraction, but they're catching up fast. We've locked this cap, so they can't score points on it anymore, but then nor can we. And they're a ship down, and we are not. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, Stalingrad. Now, since he's lit by our Yamaguri, I'm going to pop some smoke down, because there's no point in taking any risks, right? Oh, he's low health. I can probably shoot him, to be honest with you. I don't think I need to use the torps. The Shimakaze's guns are actually quite good. People tend to forget that they have a reasonable alpha on them. The HE can do anything between 2 and 3,500 damage, so use them, people. Use them. Use your guns. Don't rely entirely on the torpedo armament. The guns are strong enough to finish off low hit point targets like that Stalingrad. Okay, so the Vampire 2, the Shimakaze and the Yodo, not sure of their positions. And of course the Kunming. But we now have 2 caps and should win in 5 minutes. If you look at the clocks again, you'll see that they win in 10. They're 2 ships down, we're 1 ship down. So we're doing okay, we're doing good. But there's still everything to play for. Now I'm a bit concerned because we lost the Schlieffen at B and they have 3 destroyers now heading towards B cap, so I'm going to head it that way with the Z-42 because we'll need to contest that cap. Something's capping B. I'm going to assume it's their Shimakaze and their Kunming. But there may be a Vampire 2 in the mix as well. So we're going to have to proceed with caution. What have we got here? 2 torpedo boats and a hybrid. Arguably... scary stuff. Alright. There's the Kunming. And there's a Shimakaze. Now I'm just going to leave those there in case they push into us, but doesn't look like they're going to, does it? Oh well. was a bit hasty with those shots. It looks like he reversed and then put the brakes on and stopped. So my shells missed. Inconvenient. What a scoundrel, eh? What a scoundrel. Okay, so how to approach this cap when there's 3 destroyers in the vicinity? Very carefully, because look what's about to happen to the Z-42. Oh god. The Z-42 stuck his neck out. He blinked, and unfortunately, because he blinked, he's gone. Those are Shimakaze F3s. I should know. I'm running the same ones myself. Damn. He had the right idea staying this side of this island. If he'd stayed this side of this island, he'd still be with us, but he decided to push into the middle of the cap whilst there was a torpedo boat there, and he got torpedoed for his sins. There's the Shimakaze. Now, I'm hoping the Shimakaze thinks it's safe now to come out. Come out, wherever you are. It's safe. There's no one here. Just us little fishes. Just us little fishes. You know you reap what you sow, right? Yes! Awesome. Right, okay. We're back in the game. There's a bit of touch and go there for a bit. It looked like Team Red was going to get the better of us, but with him out of the way, things are going to get a lot easier. I hope. I'm still terrified of the Vampire too, but he failed to how do I put this? Answer his remit, I guess. Vampire 2 really should be killing us with his creeping smoke and hydro, but I guess he was a bit wary of the Z-42, because the Z-42, that German destroyer that was with me, could hydro him. Well, he's gone, buddy, so you can come over here and kick my ass. Our Yamagiri is incredibly low health. Their Kunming is still in the area, and I suspect we'll probably loop back and want a Cap B, so I'm going to hang around. I'm going to hang around and see if I can tag him. Petro's heading down towards the Vampire 2. Yamagiri is moving across to support and spot for him, I imagine. Kunming. Smoke or radar. So he went with the radar option. Also, thing to note about the Kunming is he uses deep water torpedoes. What's that mean? It means he can't torpedo destroyers like I can. His torpedoes only affect cruisers, battleships and aircraft carriers because they run deeper. They're harder to detect by those ships, but they run deeper than mine. A lot deeper. Mine will hit anything. Hell, even a submarine if I'm lucky. You know? Anyway, let's see what we got here. I imagine I'm on RPF. Now, the way I know I'm on RPF, that's radio location. You see on the right side of my screen there, a little white arrow saying located. That means that the enemy destroyer knows exactly where I am. Oh, he's got a rough idea anyway. He gets like a triangular positioning on me. A cone, if you like. So he knows I'm out here. There he is. Okay, we're trying to decap him. Got some useful damage down. He fires back. Send some torps his way. Managed to juke most of his shells. Got some more damage down. Managed to decap him a bit, but I got to move away. I'm really not here to get killed. Hit him again. That's another thing about the Kunming you should be aware of. His guns are better than mine. Okay? So I'm being a little careful here. A little cautious. A little cautious. So looking at the clocks, we win in 3 minutes, and if they don't cap something, they're not going to win. Hence the reason why there's no timer in their window on the red timer on the top of the screen. We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Well, 48. I like the way that jumped. Okay, fine. That. And the Kunming's about to take a cap off us, so their clock should start again shortly. There you go. They've got 5 minutes till they win. in its 2v3. Our Petro has very sensibly taken my advice and gone over to Cap C. I love it when teams actually work together, you know? It's great. I'm a bit worried for the Yamagiri, though. He knows he's heading into the path of a Kunming who's got a hell of a lot more health than him and better guns, right? Apparently not. Apparently not. Goodbye, my friend. It was fun while it lasted. Still, that gave the Kunming's position away. He's heading north. He's going to Cap A, so I can take our cap back with impunity. And the second I touch the cap, their clock stops. We are now slightly ahead of them on points. The first to 1,000 wins. So in case you were wondering, the first team that gets 1,000 points wins the match. Or the first team to sink all the other team's ships. That also works. Okay. Excellent. Right, so we win in 22, 32. Ah, he went north. He's on A. Okay. Alright. Won't do him any good. We have cap control of 2 out of 3, so... The Yodo never really fancied taking on the Petro, did he? Which is fine. Our Petro did a good job there. Well done, Petro. And we win the match. And that's basically tier 10 ranked in a nutshell. There you go. Decent score, reasonable credits, couple of medals, 80k damage, and 3 enemy ships destroyed. Huh, okay, top of the team on XP. I've had better, but I've had worse. A lot worse. You, sir, played really well, so I'm going to give you a compliment. You did everything you pretty much could, so... Well played, well played. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll show you the build coming up shortly. Next few seconds, okay? Stay tuned. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. 72,000 torpedo damage, 482 flood damage, 7,411 high explosive shells damage. Never forget you've got guns, Shimakaze players. Never forget you've got guns. 68k on the Ohio, almost 5k on the Shimakaze, 2,863 on the Stalingrad with guns, and 4k on the Kunming with guns. Thank you all for watching. Okay, that was fun. So let's showcase the build. It isn't your standard Shimakaze build. I went with something a little bit different because I'm kind of bored of the whole torpedo boat RPF thing. And I'm a little bit skeptical too when it comes to RPF, but more on that in a minute. Okay, so looking at the equipment, in Module 1 I ran Main Armaments Modification 1, in Slot 2 Engine Boost Modification 1 to give us 30% more boost time when we're using this consumable, our engine boost, which lasts for about 2.5 minutes with the module. So that's Mod 2. In Mod 3, or Slot 3, Torpedo Tubes Modification 1, because we want our torpedoes to go 5% faster, we want our torpedoes to traverse 20% quicker, and we want the risk of them becoming incapacitated reduced by 40%. In Slot 4, Propulsion Modification 1, because we want to be able to accelerate and decelerate as fast as possible so we can duke shots and get out of trouble quick. Bit of a no-brainer really. The Slot 5, Concealment System Modification 1, which cloaks us, makes us harder to hit with shells, and just makes our concealment kind of silly. 5.6 kilometers concealment on that. the same sort of concealment as a German submarine. Okay, so pretty decent concealment. Okay, so what's the slot 6 pick, I hear you ask? Well, this is the legendary mod that you can get from the Research Bureau for research points. It's the Torpedo Quick Reload System. What's this do? It reloads our torpedoes 25% faster. Unfortunately, the torpedo tube traverse speed is reduced by 70%, so moving your torpedoes around your ship is a lot slower, so you have to compensate for that by thinking ahead as to where you're going to want to put your torpedoes and making sure your launchers are ready beforehand. Think ahead of your target acquisition, gentlemen, because they will move 70% slower, and it is noticeable. You'll probably have seen in that match that my torpedo tube traverse is very slow indeed. Unfortunately, it also increases your chance of the torpedo tubes becoming incapacitated by 50%. This all sounds terrible, doesn't it? But then when you look at the reload speed, 88.4 seconds for torpedoes that do 21k damage each and do 84 knots. Yes, 84 knots. Yeah. You have here, basically, enough torpedoes to sink 3 battleships in one salvo. So, 88 seconds is pretty damn fast. That's why we do it. That's why we run Legendary mod. Okay, moving swiftly on. Let's have a look at the build. Now, I used to run the classic Japanese torpedo boat build, and I'll show you that right now. In slot 1, you would take preventative maintenance. Slot 2, last stand. Slot 3, survivability expert. Then you'd take concealment expert, adrenaline rush, and then you'd follow that up with, let me think, RPF, so that you can see where the closest enemy ship is. You get a rough idea. Puts a cone on the map so you can see roughly where the enemy ship is. This is great for stealth torpedo shooting and stuff like that, so you can launch torpedoes on an undetected target and have a reasonable chance of hitting them. However, it also puts a little marker on their ship that tells them they've been located, and if they're savvy enough to realize that you're likely to be a destroyer, they will be taking avoiding action. In other words, they'll be ready for your torpedoes and expecting them. So it's a double-edged sword. Yes, it's very good, but it also does give the game away. So if you like catching people completely by surprise, then maybe not as best a pick as it could be. However, it is still very highly recommended, and I suggest you try it because it's very good. So what next? We want our torpedoes to reload faster, so we fill the tubes, and then you would finish probably with liquidator, and that would be a standard build. What I've done here is dropped RPF, dropped liquidator, and gone with Swiftfish, which gives me even more speed on my torpedoes, another 5% speed. Because I like 84 knots, I have to say, they're very hard to avoid. I like firing 84 knot torpedoes, so I went with Swiftfish. Prove me wrong. And last pick, Superintendent. I went with Superintendent because I wanted more smoke and more chances to boost away out of trouble. As for the RPF, I'm an old school sea dog, so I usually make pretty educated guesses as to ship movements and so on and so forth, and I use my minimap a lot, so I can live without it. But if you can't, take the first build. Just take it. You know, it makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.